What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm back from our Pokemon VGC 2023 Regulation E ranked battles, and today we're busting out a serious team. This is a team that I made, gave to one of my friends and my patrons. They also had a session with Joe UX9, so this is like a fusion of a team that I said was good and a fusion of a team Joe said was good. One of my friends, Corey, used this at Sacramento Regionals. I think they went 5-4, so they lost their last round. They lost their winning in to go to day 2, but this is like an actual really, really good, highly tuned, very, very good defensive. It looks really aggressive, but it's a defensive team, and all of the EV spreads on this team, I'll try to include them in the description of the comments somewhere, but they're all really, really defensive. This is a super, super bulky Flutter. This is a bulky Chi-Yu. This is a somewhat bulky Landers, but a bulky Cress, a bulky Iron Hands, and what this team does is it uses its speed control and its speed tiering to bully the opponents and react in the way you want them to react. So then you can go for things like fake tiers with Flutter Mane, you can go for trick rooms in games like 2 and 3 with Cresselia, and there's just so many little options this team has. A lot of the Mons on this team also like heavily punish people for like overcommitting into a certain slot, not getting a KO, and then losing them on, and then not really being able to regain tempo. So I really do think this is a very, very solid, amazing team that you guys can be using in your own games to get to Master Ball, to accomplish any goals you guys might have for Pokemon. Hopefully Corey's okay with me sharing it. But yeah, this is a pretty cool team. Let me know if you guys want to see more serious teams like this. I do have some serious teams that some of my patrons let me share, or you know, I have some serious teams that I'm kind of holding on to that I might be using at San Antonio that I could share as well. So let me know if you guys want to see stuff like that, and without further ado, let's get right onto these games. Wish me luck. Here we go. What is this Probopaste? Holy Probopaste. Okay, don't want to lose the Probopaste guy. They have the Gastrodon, so Urshi's going to be harder to use here than we really want. I think Iron Hands is good. I think Trick Room is still actually kind of nice. That being said, I don't think there's anything that beats this. Houndstone's too slow, so Booster Flutter actually still makes them like slow enough to get KO'd by basically everything. So like this would work against almost everything with the pivot power. And then like we bring in the Chi-Yu when we need it to break that Hippowdon, and then like maybe Iron Hands. So pretty standard stuff here. I think Booster Flutter is still really, really good. The Flutter set that we're using today has like a lot of points in speed. It's not full, but it has like almost no special attack. It's basically just there to use Icy Wind and Moonblast, like things like Unterastallized Urshifu's and stuff like that. It's a really weird way to play Flutter. It's like super, super bulky, but it really punishes people for like over-respecting Flutter. And when you pair it with like Intimidate with Landorus, it can create like an unbeatable situation in my opinion. So like what I probably want to do here is actually just protect Flutter for the first turn, make them dedicate resources into over-respecting those slots, and just get 2 Intimidates off with this Landis. So you can see how like this sort of team is different than just going Herp Derp, Tailwind, win stuff. You gotta play things just a little bit more patiently, play a little bit for that late game. And we're gonna U-turn into Sandslash. Not that I think that Sandslash would be Sash, but if there was a Sash user here, it would be the Sandslash. It'd be built more like an Excadrill would be in previous gens, and I think Hippowdon would probably be going for like a Yawn or something. Heck, with this team, I have no clue what this guy's doing. That Hippowdon might Stealth Rocks us for all we know. But we're going to be able to U-turn, pivot in, and let's see if this Lando's even faster than that Sandslash. This is going to be a Sandrush Sandslash, so they're going for the big Stone Edge. They're seeing my double Intimidate, and they're like, yo, I heard you like crits, and I don't like crits, actually, so I'm going to go into my Iron Hands, go fake out Icy Wind into, like, Icy Wind, you done, and let's see what this Hippowdon's doing this turn. I'm feeling the rocks. Sometimes you just feel rocks. All right, Ice Fang, good play, good play. No freeze, please. Cool. So Flutter Mane and Iron Hands are going to take damage, and even if that Sandslash were Terastallized to, like, let's say, like, a Fire type or something, or like a Ghost type, they actually would still be able to avoid Sand Rush damage because they have, Sand Storm damage because they have the Sand Rush ability. A lot of people always forget that Sand Rush protects you from that damage, from Sandstorm, even if you lose the typing, like you're not Ground, Steel, or Rock. So we're just going to fake out Icy Wind and a potentially Icy Wind KO next turn, swap out Lando, reapply fake out pressure. You can see how this team just has like the tools to play the game at whatever tempo it feels like. Our Mons are so bulky. We can mitigate so much damage. We have great defensive and offensive Tera types, and yeah, we're just in a really good situation here. They can protect, they can pivot, they can do a bunch of things too, but then they're the ones wasting turns on their Sandstorm here. So fake out into the Sandslash, big damage. Icy Wind, double hit, nice. Super effective against both. Almost KOs Sandslash. That's That's good, actually. I kind of like that. Let's see how much damage this Hippowdon does to us. Don't know if it's going to do a lot. Whirlwind. Can I get my Lando back? Can I please get my Lando back? I'm asking nicely. I'm asking so nicely, actually. Chi works too, though, because we just Icy Wind melt. Chi works. Chi, you do be working out here. Working overtime, working out. All right, so we're just going to go Icy Wind. We would be able to KO the Sand Slash here with the Icy Wind as long as we hit it. And then Dark Pulse probably like Oko's. I don't know if Dark Pulse Oko's Hippowdon, but like it might. Now this Chi-Yu has heavy investment in HP and speed, not that much in special attack. That's like it's a big theme with this team. Not a lot of the Mons have like a lot of attack or special attack investment because those can be mitigated by Intimidate, those can be mitigated by Reflector Widescreen, those can be mitigated by so many different things. You know what can't be mitigated as easily? Just straight bulk. We got the straight bulk, we let our defensive typing and our speed tiers do the work for us. And you can see this Hippowdon. Let's see how bulky it is. It is bulky enough. I felt the Stealth Rocks. I felt it. Bro, I felt it in my bones. And this is fine. The Sandrush user is down. So, like, I'm going to be able to Icy Wind break the Hippowdon here. And then Chief's going to get to one-shot their last mon on the back. But who really has Hippowdon calcs locked down? Like, I bet that's probably made for Lando, the Icy Wind plus the Dark Pulse to be able to KO Lando, so I'm assuming this is for Gastro. That's one of the reasons why we didn't want to lock into a fire attack, is because the Astro over there. So Icy Wind will be able to break this. We could even probably just do this. I'm going to do it. Fake Tears Gastro, Dark Pulse Gastro. That Hippowdon's at -1 attack from the Lando. I don't really have to care about it. And I want to see what they do with this Gastro. I think this would KO. Fake Tears Flutter main, dude. First time ever. And when it works, it works. You know, we're so weak that, like, Moonblast just probably doesn't do that much. But Fake Tears, Flutter main. Can we Oko this Gastron? Survey says. Holy moly, dude, that just feels good. That just feels good. That's that, like, professional play out here. Whirlwind again. Oh, they're going all in. They're removing our booster energy this time. I cry, but I don't need it. I do not need it. That Flutter main was so cool, man. Is it Lando time? Hands. Cool. So we have a fake out pin. Easy peasy. TY for the fake out pin. We do take some pointed stones damage. You know, I actually think I might be the person that's placed the highest at an official regional championships with Stealth Rocks. I used Stealth Rocks Primal Groudon and got top 32 at, is it Knoxville or Charlotte? One of those in 2019. Oh, Houndstone. Good mon. I'm actually just going to fake out the Hippowdon because I don't want to deal with it. And actually, that's not the right play. It actually doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyways. Just we can speed this game up. We don't want to do that. We're just going to Dark Pulse the Houndstone. But yeah, I used Stealth Rock's Primal Groudon because there were so many good mons in the meta that took Stealth Rock's damage back in 2019. You know, Mega Rayquaza, Incineroar. Incineroar's coming back in the DLC too. So you might actually see a little bit more Stealth Rocks. When a lot of the teams are going to be featuring like Incineroar and Hisuian Arcanine, Stealth Rocks might see some play. You never know. They're going big Ghost Tera. I wonder what the Ghost dog with the most is going to try and bust out here. Survey says, fake out into the Hippowdon, take this guy out, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Might as well, right? I think they're probably just last respecting the Iron Hands. Trick. Yo, Tricks of the trade over here. What are you giving me? What do I want? Dude, I'm Choice Scarf. I'm fast now. And now you're smart. I'm increasing your IQ by giving you some choice specs. And I'm taking your life with me as well, bro. This was obviously a super easy game. But they're on ranked playing with this team. So who am I to say, like, they're not supposed to be our opponents? But it just goes to show, like, how much control you can actually have with this team with just good speed tiers and good defensive typing. Man, I'm going up against Pengy, dude. He's so good. He actually just top cut some tournament with this Bramblegast team. I think did he use this Bramblegast team at Sacramento Regionals? Oh my gosh, either way, we're about to get absolutely bodied. But that being said, I'm going to try my best to make some plays here. Bramblegast is a hard match for this team specifically, I think, because you can't, like, Icy Wind it as easily because it has that Wind Rider ability. So that being said, we're going to need to do things a little bit differently. I actually think we want to bring Hands in the back. I also think that we want to bring, like, Cress in the back and make just a little bit more I'm not going to say passive gameplay, but like I feel like this is a good lead, and I feel like this is a good lead because if you have Torn, you got to pick one of these, and that is value somewhere for me. I feel like this is one of those leads to where it works really, really well against King Gambit and Fardraft specifically, and against like Arcanine, it's not terrible. So let's try this. And Pengy's a great player for those guys who don't know who it is. He's one of my absolute favorite StarCraft players. He's qualified for Worlds last year, regional champion, and yeah, he's just great. One of my favorite people to play, to hang out with at events. And I don't know if we've really played that much though. Like we've hung out at events, but we don't really test against each other. He's so good though. So let's see how this one goes. So he's probably streaming this game right now. He streams on Twitch as well. So there's that Arcanine like I was talking about. And I'm looking at this board, and so like the cool thing about this for me is that like you gotta pick Rock Slide or Bleak Wind. You don't really need a Tailwind here. You don't need to, right? What I think you're gonna do is Rock Slide. So what I'm gonna do is just protect my Urshi. Sorry, and I think you're gonna Bleak Wind too. I'm just gonna swap my hands, and then next turn I'm gonna have a Fake Out pin where I have Fake Out one of your Mons and then my Urshi to do stuff with. So let's see how this one goes. So that Iron Hand's in the back. Very, very cool. And the common Teras for Arcanine are Fairy. The common playstyles for them are usually Choice Bandits. We want to see what they're locking in with here. And then try our best to get a little bit of value that way. That being said, this is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I wonder if they're reading this. Are you reading this, good sir? I wonder if he even knows this is me. I'm on my alt account. Rock Slide, cool. It's the right play. So that means I don't have to care about that anymore. I really don't. You can go for Bleak Wind here. But like, I wonder how much I care. And this is your Intimidate user. So it's like, I wonder how much I do care. I actually think what I'm going to do is just pivot in Cress, soak that damage. And I could probably Wild Charge the Torn. I could also just go for a Heavy Slam into the Arcanine and probably be fine. Yeah, I think you're banded. I don't think you're vested. So let's see it. I think you're banded, not vested. And if you are banded, there's the Bleak one. Double hit, never lucky, right? I would double into that Urshi slot. Okay, cool. That's basically what they were doing anyways. Iron Hands misses. No Flincherinos on the Hands of Mino. Heavy Slam, big damage. Cool, so that's a lot there. We do not need to get that Torn off the board yet. It's not like required, because right now what they're gonna have to do is taunt, and you could totally taunt me. But they're probably switching out their Arcanine and taunting, so this is the turn that we go after the Tornadus. There's the taunt. Yep, not bad. So that Arcanine again is locked into Rock Slide. So as long as I don't get any flinches on here, we should be fine. Please no flinch. I made the right place. Come on. There we go. Ice Beam these, please. Yep. And Wild Charge. Nice. And now we don't have to worry about that, which means Cress is, yes, it's taunted, but like it kind of did everything it needs to do. You got a banded Arcanine that can't unlock itself from using Rock Slide, at least we think. And I still have my Tera. There's the Bramblegast. The Ice Beam tech, dude. So let's think about this. There's the Wind Rider active. You have an attack boost. Tailwind is active for one more turn? One more turn on Tailwind, and then we're able to basically come out with mons that are still kind of slow and not really get anything done. That being said, I feel like the best play we have here is probably something like doubling into Arcanine slot, because you might pivot it out. I feel like Bramblegast might actually swap or something. So as weird as it sounds, I'm going to go for a Psychic into the Arcanine and a Drain Punch into the Arcanine, because I want to try and catch a King Gambit. Poltergeist is absolutely okay. It can miss too. Alright, we're dead. Yep, absolutely fine. There's like nothing else I could really do here, I don't think. There's the Rock Slide. Probably gonna get the KO. Yep. And then we have Urshifu and Chi-Yu. Heat Wave is a wind-based move, so we cannot use it on the Poltergeist, which I think is... what is it? I think Poltergeist is a Sash user on this team. This is gonna be weird. There's nothing really wrong, though, with going for... You can get the Arcanine off the board here, if we're fast enough. And then use Dark Pulse here. That's probably my best shot. Yep. We still have not Terra'd yet, which I think is kind of cool. We do not have to click the Tera button. I don't want to be actually, that thing's a grass type. Should I have Tera? No, it's hard to say. Like, what are you going to use? Bullet Seed? Does it have Bullet Seed? Dark Pulse. Here we go. Big damage. There's the Sash. Can we get a flinch, please? Can we get a flinch, please? Come on. Come on. Surging Strikes. Tera that Arcanine. Yep. Nice. So we're faster there, too. It all is going to come down to what happens this turn against Poltergeist. Do you have the Bullet Seed? Loaded. All right, you can't be loaded dice. You're sashed. All right, all comes down to this, though. Survey says... Let's go. Oh, we get the flinch. Oh! Whew. We take those. And then Fluttermane comes out here. I think we're in a good spot for Fluttermane because we still haven't Terra'd. Right? So we know that we outspeed the Bramblegast. And I think we just do this. Bramblegast could have Shadow Sneak. How much do I care about that? I'm trying to think of like any way that we would lose here. Because you could have Icy Wind there. Would it be wrong to just click Detect here? Actually, we can just Aqua Jet there. Get our Sash clocked, Dark Pulse, and like next turn Aqua Jet, Dark Pulse. But if you Protect, that's really bad. I'm going to Detect here. And I'm going to click Dark Pulse into this Bramblegast. And then next turn, let's see what they do. It might not be optimal, but I'm doing it. Shadow Sneak, there it is. Yeah, I did not want to get my Sash broken. I did not. I did not. Professional Pokemon player, that's +1. You can go for that D-Gloom all you want. Next turn, it is Water Tera popping off time. Oof, it's a lot of damage. You can see this Chi-Yu set's perfect, though. Perfect. And we take these. All right. Yeah, Pengy's great. Pengy's... That wouldn't have worked if I didn't know I was playing exactly against him, by the way. So, we'll take those wins. And we probably don't even need to Tera here, but we're sashed anyways. So, get that late game Tera. Yeah, so against those Arcanines, like if Arcanine's giving you a lot of problems, you want to do everything in your power to force it into two situations where you really want to Rock Slide one, but you really don't want to Rock Slide the other. And if they lock themselves into Tera Blast, cool, punish with their options. But we got all the tools that we need to succeed out here. And we just go for the Surging Strike. So easy. Well, not easy. Really hard. Pengy's great. And if we were to make this into a best 3, he'd probably beat me. So we take those wins all the way to the bank. That's what we like to see. Okay. Indidi Armarouge. And let's see what else. I got Scarlet. Huh. And Wide Guard Tech. I think I'm going to lead Chi-Yu here. I like Chi-Yu versus this a lot, actually. And then I think that, like, there's nothing really wrong with bringing, like, Cress. And just doing, like, good damage. Like, I can just go Snarls and Ice Beams against most of these for days. I don't think it's really worth trying to Intimidate Cycle versus those too much with Lando, but maybe we do want to lead Lando here so we can U-turn once, and then we bring in the Cress, and then we bring in the Iron Hands. Yeah, I like that a lot. Cool. This should be a pretty good game. I don't understand the value in Chestnut. Does Chestnut get Grassy Glide? That would be a change. That would definitely be a change, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. I'm still feeling myself after the last game, so let's see if it transitions to this one. I would say Trick Room, you know, I've had a lot of people on Patreon asking me, like, how to optimize their Trick Room teams, and I think Trick Room is really, really good on, like, a closed team sheet best of 1 ladder, because there's just so many different things they can do. But in reality, like, it's really hard to make work in, like, open team sheet best of 3. Just because, like, you can only really do its Trick Room thing once. Speaking of that, I could open up with, like, I could do, like, 3 different things here. I could Heat Wave, right? I don't think we actually even want to Heat Wave things. We gotta watch out for Bulletproof on that Chestnut as well. I am gonna Heat Wave. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna get Urilla off the board, because hold on. No, I'm not taking, this is all bait. I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna swap in hands. And we're going to U-turn your Rilla. Because, like, I don't really care what you're doing with that Chestnut. I'm not taking the bait yet, though. I don't want to terrestrialize if you go like some sort of weird Tera here either. I like Rock Tera when I play Chestnut. Let's see if they're good. Show me that Rock Tera, dude. Do it, do it, do it. Fire. Hey, dude, that's a poor man's Rock Tera. That doesn't resist flying like Rock Tera does. But fire's absolutely fine. So fake out Nolando? Cool. That means I can just use Stomping Tantrum next turn. And that's fine. What are you clicking? Belly Drum? See, the issue with this, right, is I have a fake out pin. And I don't think you're going to have room for like Belly Drum and Spiky Shield and those other options. So like I should just be fine to go like fake out plus Stomping Tantrum. Let's see if we have Spiky Shield though. Spiky Shield's great. Do you have Spiky Shield? Do you have it? The world. I mean, well, even Spiky Shield might not even save you, bro. It really might not even save you. Are you gonna swap in Indity? There's Spiky Shield. Okay. Because what happens when you Spiky Shield is it makes my Stomping Tantrum deal double damage. So like we got a lot of damage out here. And then next turn I think Wild Charge. Wild Charge might finish you off. Are you U-turning in something good? Grassy Glide Nolando? It's not gonna be enough. Now I don't know if Chestnut has Grassy Glide. Now I'm assuming that it does. But like let's find out. We're gonna find out. Here we go. Wild Charge here. The Tera on our hands is Fairy, so it doesn't really help us here. And yeah, let's just go for the Stomping Tantrum. What's our Tera here? Just make sure we're flying. Max attack Grassy Glide would kill me even if I was flying, so I'm just gonna go Stomping Tantrum again. Grassy Glide from Rillaboom. We hold, and double Grassy Glide. Not bad, dude. That's sick. I'm proud of you, bro. So you do have the double potential for big damage, but let's see. How bulky are you? Wild Charge. No, you're pretty bulky. Pretty bulky over here, if I do say so myself. All right, hey, that's cool tech. What do we want to do against that? Cress is fine. I think Psychic would just KO that thing, and I'm pretty sure I outspeed. And if we utilize Chi-Yu correctly, we're probably just in a really, really good spot. So that being said, I think I would just Drain Punch here. And I think I can just get away with just a Psychic into that thing. It has such a low SPDF compared to its other stats. And if you want to go for a Spiky Shield this turn, that's fine. I'll take some free damage. But yeah, I don't want to set Trick Room or anything here. That's a cool set on Chestnut. I think Chestnut's a cool mon. They're nuking the hands, dude. Okay. Psychic. No, they're not clicking Grassy Glide. Is it Drain Punch time? There's no time. No time like the present. They tried to get a little bit greedy here. Trying to get just a little bit greedy here with Chestnut. Nah, fam. That ain't me. DP, baby. Big damage. Brian hands popping off. So let's see what they're going to do now. Because they still have like an Into the Armarouge core that's pretty good, but we have like a Chi-Yu in the back. So we still have a lot of good options. Even though Lando's down, we didn't waste our Tera. They went all in on Tera. They went all in on everything. And I feel like we could Fairy Tera here. I feel like Indity's definitely a mon that could come in. I'm going to switch out Iron Hands for Chi-Yu. And I'm going to click Ice Beam into the Rillaboom. I think it's standard damage. And let's see what they're actually going to do. Because if they go into Indity here, yep, Rillaboom swaps out for Indity. There's a few things we can do to actually stop this. We can then KO this Indity slot, make them have to bring out Rillaboom to take away the terrain. Or we can just put up Snarl and click Lunar Blessing every turn because, like, I don't really care what this Armarouge thinks it's going to do. So Iron Hands is pivoting out. Chi-Yu's pivoting in. And Snarl plus Lunar Blessing every turn should be able to make ourselves not really have to care. Chi-Yu's such a good check to Psy Spam. So Ice Beam. Any freezers, pleasers? Let's see it. Never lucky. Oh, and this Spanish Force. Dude, they didn't even do anything, bro. Didn't even Trick Room. You Crest does not care. Actually, that looks like it's Spexed, but so I will Lunar Bless in this. But it's just Snarl time. We don't even have to Dark Pulse, I don't think. Would Dark Pulse be better though? Dark Pulse is better because you already have Tera. So we actually would Dark Pulse this Indity and Lunar Blessing because I actually think that's Specs damage on your Armarouge. I really think that might be like maybe Twisted Spoon level damage. That's a lot of damage, right? So we're gonna heal, take out your Indity. What are you going to do? Protect in the Expanding Force again? I just mitigate that. And then force you to have to bring out the Rillaboom, which takes away terrain, which means I don't really have to care. And I can just finish up a Rillaboom. Let's turn after that. So Chi-Yu busted. Let's get a heal going. The Armarouge should be outspeeding Cress unless it's setting TR or something. So, Lunar Blessing. So it means they are probably Trick Room this turn, which means they're not sort of spexed. They could still be Twisted Spoon. I think Twisted Spoon's a good way to look at it. Let's see how much damage they even do here. It's probably not going to do that much. That's so much damage. They're not like orbed or anything either. Like, where's the multiplier? That's just absolutely nuts. So they're going to have a fake out pin. But they're not the only ones with a fake out pin. I'm probably going to swap in my Iron Hands and try and attack that Chi-Yu. I could even, sorry, try and attack the Armarouge. I think that's a fine looking play. Actually, we just win like that. That's just game. Yep, that's just it. They've already Tera'd, so this is fine. Nothing much they can do here. They can fake out my Cress, but in reality, I think what they're probably going to do is go for a fake out into the Chi-Yu slot and then like an Armor Cannon into the Cress. I think that's probably what they're doing. So we're just going to go Ghost Tera with the Chi-Yu. Better late than never, just to avoid the fake out. And unless this is like Sash Armarouge, it's Big Dunzo. They did fake out Cress. Greedy! How greedy could you be? It's not Sash though. Even if it was, I just want to talk about how we're fine. If you're Trick Rooming that turn and I'm clocking your Sash and not flinching, my Cress then underspeeds your Armarouge and we're just able to finish you off that turn. Because we've already showed that Armarouge had a different speed tier than Cress and we were going to be fine probably. So we're good to go. Dark Pulse, easy peasy, lemon squeeze. We take these wins out of the way of the bank. You saw we got a little bit dicey with that Chestnut, but no. We stay taking those wins. I like this team. I think this team is very, very good. It's hard to play, but once you get in the idea of like mitigating damage and utilizing your speed control to bully opponents into reacting how you want them to react, and then punishing them by attacking like their teammates or doing something else, knowing full well that they have to respect the information that you're giving them, a team like this can be really, really good and can be the type of team that takes you to the next level as a player. Like I said, my friend Corey that used this team that was made by both me and Joe, he went 5-4 at Sacramento. He lost his last round. I think he lost his last round to Pengi, who we revenge KO'd with this team. That's funny. I think I'll have to talk to him, but I think he lost his last round at Sacramento to I think he had the first or second highest resistance too for all of the people that barely missed top cut. But I think Pengi beat him in the last round with the same team. That's funny. So just desserts were given today. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see more serious teams like this, let me know, and I'll do my very best to show you guys the best teams I can. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.